The next part for my computer that spans the decades came today. 2 original Commodore 64 joystick ports. I went ahead and took this COM port bracket and took out the old serial ports and swapped in these joystick ports. They are mechanically almost identical to these, other than the fact they are plastic instead of metal. So why not just use these? Well, for one thing, the joysticks do fit a bit better in these. But another thing is these are actually from the 1980s, and these aren't from the 1980s. These are made like very recently. So to stay authentic to this build, I got 2 original Commodore 64 joystick ports so we can have a part from the 80s. And these will be functional. How will I make them functional? Well, I got this custom button to USB joystick converter thing for making your own arcade machines. So all I need to do then is wire these outputs to these inputs, and it should work just like a joystick. I'm actually going to connect both joysticks to one controller, since this can handle over, I think, 12 buttons and a joystick and a D-pad, so I don't need more than one of these to map 2 of these controllers to. In fact, I could probably map 3 or 4 of these controllers to one of these. So what I'm going to do is cut off the plugs from these and solder them on to these joystick ports. And then I'm going to make 2 headers out of these pins that will solder onto the right wires onto here, and then I'll just glue those on so they are on the back here, so I can then just plug these right into them. And I'll put some heat shrink over that, so hopefully it will look stealthy enough. I think it'll look pretty good when I'm done, hopefully. I know it's kind of silly, but it's what I'm doing.